My name is Amy Kerr, and I started a project called I Am More to remind people and myself that we're more than our mental struggles. I had been coping with depression for a long time, and I decided to take some time off. And I was feeling pretty useless, and this thought came into my head all of a sudden that said, I am more than this. There's so much more to me than this illness, that I'm a mother and a wife and an artist, and I have things I love to do and places I love to go, and none of those things go away, but they've been overshadowed. I started to think about how I could use my skills as an artist to get this idea out there to other people who were suffering from different things. And I started asking people if they'd be willing to do a project with me involving portraits of them and a piece written by them about all the ways they're more than whatever it is they're struggling with. I gathered up a group of people dealing with different issues, from grief to anxiety to PTSD, bipolar disorder, eating disorders. I met with each one and let them choose their happy place where we could go and take some photos of them. Any place where they felt the most like themselves. I even had to go in the ocean for one portrait. And we took photos, and then we split up. And I went home and started drawing the portraits, and they went home and started writing their piece. When we both finished, we got together and edited their pieces. I've been so grateful for them to be so open and honest and vulnerable, because this project wouldn't exist without those people sharing their lives with me. I didn't have a lot of feedback until we had the opening exhibit at Ocean Alliance, and that was the first time I could be in the space with the portraits, with people seeing them for the first time and reacting to them. I was just stunned by the reaction and how much people could relate. People opened up and hopefully felt less alone in what they were dealing with. So I tried to think of the places where the portraits would be the most helpful, and I contacted hospitals, libraries, schools, and most people were welcoming the project, and even in places that had never displayed art before. Now the portraits have been all around Cape Ann, bringing art into spaces that wouldn't necessarily have art hanging on the walls. At the Open Door Food Pantry, they said the portraits reached 8,000 clients of theirs, going about their business there, not expecting to see an art exhibit, but being able to connect with the stories at a time when they weren't planning on it. And they'll keep traveling as long as there's a need in the public for these stories to be out there, and hopefully they give people hope as they go about their daily lives and they see something they could connect with.